Right, this is Tracy here with another edition of A View from Tracy's Point, and I just want to just stop in and chat with you guys for a few minutes. I know these are some crazy, crazy times that we're going through, and I say through because we will get through this. I was out on my morning walk today, and I actually was surprised. There's a group of cyclists that I pass every morning, and they were still out. Their numbers weren't as large as usually, about 40 of them, but today it looked like it may have been down to about 25, if it was that many. Didn't pass as many people as I normally do when I'm out walking. And on a day like today, on a regular day, these waterways, there would be about 10 people out here with their boats, people on their jet skis. It may be a little bit too early, but definitely boaters are usually out this early, out fishing. And I think I see one sailboat over out there somewhere. I can hear him. I don't know if you guys were able to pick him up. But anyway, things are definitely changing, but I want to say to you guys to stay encouraged and stay positive and stay uplifted. Remember that if you're going to pray, don't worry. And if you're going to worry, don't bother praying, okay? Because God is not the author of fear. Get out of the house, turn off the TV, even if you just go outside and sit in your backyard or sit on your front porch. Get outside. Don't be trapped in the house watching the news channels, watching the propaganda, watching the fear mongering. I have read some stories that were just really crazy. I'm trying to, like when I'm on YouTube, just watching videos that are positive and uplifting, listening to inspirational music, not trying to listen to anybody, with the conspiracy theories and things like that. And so, use this opportunity if you're one of the people who your jobs have closed. I just passed the girl who runs the office at the park where I'm at, and she said that the city has shut down all the recreation centers for 30 days, which is kind of scary because, school is out, and some areas are using their recreation centers to for kids to be able to eat, and to provide them with food. And so to hear that the recreation centers are closed for 30 days, I don't know. When I get back home, I'm going to have to find out, do they have any feeding programs? Maybe they're at the schools and kids can go to the schools and get food. But I know that, companies that are sending people home, I was surprised to learn that I believe it's 52% of the workforce. If you're sent home, they won't get paid. So hopefully there'll be some type of stimulus packages available to people. I've been getting a lot of emails, from service providers, credit card companies, basically saying that they're willing to work with people. But let me say this to you guys. If you have the money to pay your bills, pay your bills and pay them on time, because they're not waiving any fees, they're not waiving any payments, and when you are able to get back on your feet, these people are going to expect their money. But it is a good thing. I think Sprint sent me a notice saying that they're not going to disconnect people's phones, that they're going to be providing an extra 20 gigabytes for free to their customers, and they're also working with the school systems and everything to ensure that kids who are having to do online schooling will be able to do it. And so, that's a good thing. I'm really concerned about the kids who may be home alone, since all the parks and everything are closed. And so we all just gotta, huddle together and pray for one another, keep each other uplifted in the Holy Spirit, be strong for one another, and just stay positive and believe that this too shall pass and that better days are coming. And so I just wanted to come on, just just to encourage you guys, let you know that this too, it's a part of life. I think it's going to be a part of the future, in the world. The Bible speaks to this about, epidemics, about illnesses across the land, and so you just have to take care of your bodies, keep your health up, just keep a positive mindset, and just know that God is God and that we really have no control over what the outside world does, what the politicians do. That all we really can do is pray, is to take care of ourselves, take care of our families, and just stay positive and uplifted. And, like I say, this too shall pass. Drink lots of fluids, wash your hands, all these things that they're telling you to do, and just be mindful of your surroundings and protect your babies. So I'm right now just really about to go in prayer mode because my daughter in California, I actually just came from California a couple of days ago, and my oldest daughter is due any day now, and I hate that I'm not there with her. But I ended up coming back home. I was supposed to be going to visit her for a couple of days because my best friend's birthday, and she wanted to go out to California and do some wine tasting, so we did that. And then I was supposed to leave Sacramento and head over to Palm Springs, California, where I was going to attend a tennis tournament, the Indian Wells tennis tournament, which was a pretty big tournament, and they canceled the tournament a couple of days before it was supposed to start, a week before I was supposed to get there. And so I had the choice of just staying out there with my daughter or coming back home since the tennis tournament was canceled. And so I went to her doctor's appointment with her Monday, and they said that only her husband would be allowed to go to the hospital. She couldn't bring, I couldn't come to the hospital. And she has a 18-month-old, and so he wouldn't be allowed in the hospital. The only person that could come in the hospital was her husband. And so they had friends that live in San Francisco, and while I was there, they pretty much shut San Francisco down. And so they were going to come and stay with them, so that they could have a little more freedom to move around. And so I decided to just come on back home, and then I was going to go back out there in April, which I was originally going to do because her due date was April 6th. But the doctor said she expects the baby to come within the week. So I have my flight already to go back in April, but I don't know what travel conditions are going to be like. I know when I was coming home, my flight from Sacramento to Denver was half full, but then my flight from Denver to Tampa, it was 100% full, so people are still traveling. And so we'll just have to wait and see, but praying for my daughter, praying for her health and for the health of my new granddaughter, and that God will protect them and cover them, as she goes to the hospital, gives birth, and come back home. So like I say, that's all we can do is just pray and stay strong. Look out for one another. Don't let fear consume us. Don't panic. Know that, this thing is going to work itself out. And just, love on each other, protect each other, be kind to one another. And where you can, help out with people who need food and who need help. Look out for your elderly neighbors. Go check on them. Make sure that they're okay. I was telling my daughter, I've been in my house for about 25 years, and two of my elderly neighbors passed away, and I didn't know that they had passed away. It was like one day they were there and the next day they weren't. And so it's very true about elderly people who are alone and not, people not paying attention like you're used to seeing them out, on the porch, and then one day they're just not on the porch anymore. The one lady used to drive her car, and I was, her Escalade, she had a sewing business, and I would see her drive by, and then one day I didn't see her drive by anymore, and then I realized, I later learned that she had gotten sick and went into the hospital and eventually passed away. And so, look out for your elderly neighbors, look out, single moms who may still be working, but their kids are out of school. If there's anything that you can do to help them, even if it's just, looking out for them, preparing them lunch and that type of thing. you know, be kind to one another and help one another. And so I'm going to go ahead and end this video, but have you guys in my prayers. Just stay strong, and I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.